Most people have been thawing and cooking frozen fish the wrong way their entire lives, and it's quietly destroying the very nutrients they're trying to get. If you've ever ended up with rubbery, tasteless fish or wondered why your omega-3s don't seem to be doing much, this video is exactly what you need to watch right now. In the next 10 minutes, you're going to learn the 10 shocking mistakes everyone makes when handling and cooking frozen fish, without even imagining the risks they're taking. You will understand what goes wrong, why it matters for your health, and exactly what to do instead. By the end, you'll know how to cook frozen fish so it comes out tender, flavorful, and packed with the nutrition your body actually needs. And before you think this doesn't apply to you, almost everyone makes at least 2 or 3 of these. Some of them are so routine that they feel completely normal. The number 9 on the list is the worst mistake, and chances are you're making it without even knowing. Curious to find out? Stick with us until the end to ensure you're getting the most nutrients from this food while keeping your health safe. After these tips, you'll definitely rethink how you cook frozen fish. But first, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Do you often cook frozen fish? How do you like to prepare it? Where in the world are you from? After watching the video, leave a comment below so we can get to know you better. Here are the 10 mistakes you need to stop making today. Mistake number 1, thawing fish on the kitchen counter. This one is incredibly common. You pull a fillet out of the freezer in the morning, set it on the counter, and come back to it later. It seems harmless, but here's what's actually happening. The outer layers of the fish warm up and enter the temperature danger zone, between 40 and 140 degrees Fahrenheit, while the inside is still frozen. That outer layer can sit in those unsafe temperatures for hours, which creates conditions where bacteria multiply rapidly. The USDA is clear on this. Perishable foods should never be thawed at room temperature. This applies to fish especially since it's more delicate than red meat. The fix is simple. Move the fish to the refrigerator the night before you plan to cook it. A slow, cold thaw is safe, preserves the texture better, and costs you nothing but a bit of planning. Mistake 2, thawing fish in hot water. This is the cousin of the counter thaw. You're in a hurry, so you run hot water over the frozen fillet or drop it in a bowl of hot water to speed things up. The problem is the same. The outside of the fish gets too warm while the center stays frozen, and you end up with uneven texture and potential safety issues. A recent research from the Center for Aquaculture and Seafood Development has documented that water exposure during thawing accelerates protein degradation in fish muscle. The technical term is drip loss. The water-holding capacity of the flesh breaks down, and with it goes the ability to retain moisture during cooking. Fish that's been rinsed or water-thawed often ends up mushy or mealy, regardless of how carefully you cook it afterward. If you need to thaw fish fast, the right method is cold running water. Keep the fish sealed in its packaging or a watertight bag and let cold water run over it continuously. A standard fillet thaws in about 30 minutes this way. It's quick, it's safe, and the texture holds up much better. Mistake 3, not patting the fish dry before cooking. Once your fish is thawed, it has a lot of surface moisture on it. If you put it straight into a pan or oven without drying it first, that moisture turns into steam during cooking. Steam is the enemy of browning. Instead of getting a nice golden crust, the fish just kind of steams itself in the pan, and you end up with a pale, soft, unappetizing result. Before cooking, take a paper towel and gently press it against the surface of the fish on both sides. This small step makes a huge difference. The outside will brown properly, the texture will be firmer, and the flavor will be noticeably better. This is one of those small things that professional cooks do automatically, but rarely explain to home cooks. Mistake 4, cooking at too high a temperature. When people want a quick meal, the instinct is to crank up the heat and get it done fast. With fish, this usually backfires. Very high heat causes the proteins in the fish to seize and contract too quickly. The outside overcooks and toughens, while the inside may still be underdone. You also lose more of the natural moisture, which leaves the fish dry. Fish cooks better at moderate heat. In a pan, medium to medium-high is usually enough. In the oven, temperatures between 375 and 400 degrees Fahrenheit tend to produce the best results for most fillets. Fish is not a steak. It doesn't need extreme heat to cook well, it needs the right heat. Mistake number 5, overcooking. This is probably the most widespread mistake of all. Overcooked fish is dry, rubbery, and unpleasant. But beyond texture and taste, Overcooking also degrades some of the nutrients you're eating fish to get in the first place. Research published in food science journals has found that prolonged high-heat cooking can reduce the omega-3 fatty acid content in fish. A study looking at how different cooking methods affect nutrient retention found that baking and gentle pan frying preserved more of the beneficial fats than frying at very high temperatures for extended periods. The omega-3s, EPA and DHA, are heat-sensitive to a degree, and the longer and hotter you cook, the more you lose. Fish is done when it just barely flakes when you press it with a fork. Internal temperature should reach 145 degrees Fahrenheit. At that point, it's safe and still moist. Give it one more minute past that and you're already in overcooked territory. Use a simple kitchen thermometer if you're not sure. It takes the guesswork out completely. Mistake 6. Skipping a resting time. Just like meat, fish benefits from a brief rest after cooking. When you take fish off the heat, residual heat continues to cook it for another minute or so. If you let it rest, that carryover cooking finishes the process gently without drying it out. If you cut into it immediately, the juices run out onto the plate instead of staying in the flesh. A rest of just 2 minutes is enough for most fish fillets. Cover it loosely with foil and leave it alone. It sounds minor, but the difference in moisture and texture is real. Mistake 7. Assuming all frozen fish is the same quality. There are 2 main freezing methods used commercially: standard freezing and what's called IQF, which stands for individually quick frozen. IQF involves freezing fish at extremely low temperatures very rapidly, which means the ice crystals that form inside the fish are much smaller. Smaller ice crystals do less damage to the cellular structure of the fish. When fish is frozen slowly, larger ice crystals form and actually puncture the muscle fibers. When it thaws, those fibers don't hold together as well, and you get mushier texture and more liquid loss during cooking. IQF fish tends to hold together better, taste better, and retain more of its nutritional profile. When you're buying frozen fish, look for IQF on the label. It's a meaningful difference, not just marketing language. And while we're on the topic of labels, we've covered what to look for on canned fish labels in a previous video, and a lot of those same principles apply to frozen seafood packaging too. Mistake 8. Ignoring the glaze. Many frozen fish fillets, especially shrimp and other seafood, are sold with what's called a, quote, protective glaze. This is a thin coating of ice applied to the surface of the fish before packaging to protect it from freezer burn during shipping and storage. The glaze itself isn't harmful, but you should know it's there because it adds weight to the product. When a package says the fish has been glazed, that weight on the label may include the ice coating, not just the fish. In some cases, glaze can make up 10 to 20% of the total weight. You're buying less actual fish than the label might suggest. Knowing this helps you buy more accurately and plan your meals without being caught short. Mistake 9. Cooking fish straight from frozen when it probably shouldn't be done. This is the one that causes the most problems and the one people are most likely to get wrong. Yes, you can cook certain fish directly from frozen, but it depends heavily on the type of fish, the cut, and the cooking method. Thin fillets cooked directly from frozen in a hot pan often develop a tough, dry outer layer while the center is still cold. The uneven temperature gradient means the fish never cooks evenly, and what you end up with is far from ideal. Thicker cuts like a salmon fillet or a thick cod steak can sometimes be roasted from frozen in the oven with decent results, if done carefully. The oven's surrounding heat is more forgiving than a pan. But for most everyday fillets under an inch thick, proper thawing first produces a dramatically better result in both texture and flavor. There's also a safety layer here. If you're cooking from frozen on the stovetop, it's very easy to have the outside appear done while the inside is still below safe temperature. A thermometer is non-negotiable in that situation. Most people don't use one, which is exactly why this is the worst mistake on this list. Mistake 10. Not considering which type of fish you're buying in the first place. This one sits slightly outside the cooking process itself, but it ties everything together. The preparation mistakes we've covered matter, but they only make a difference if you're starting with fish that's worth eating in the first place. Not all fish species carry the same nutritional value or the same safety considerations. Some frozen fish are higher in omega-3s, some are lower. Some are caught in ways that affect quality, and some carry significantly higher levels of certain contaminants depending on where they were sourced. We've talked about this in detail in other videos in this series, including which species tend to be safer choices and how to read labels to understand where your fish actually comes from. That content builds directly on what you've learned here, and it's worth spending time with if you want to make the best choices for your health. Let us recap the most critical points to ensure they stick. Always thaw in the refrigerator or cold water, never on the counter. Do not refreeze thawed fish, as this is the biggest risk to safety and texture. Cook at medium heat, and do not overcook, or you will lose moisture and nutrients. Dry the fish before cooking to get a good sear, and use oils that are stable at higher temperatures. Finally, consider which type of fish you're buying in the first place. You do not need to be a professional chef to do this. You just need to know the common pitfalls that trip most people up. By avoiding these mistakes, you protect your health and your enjoyment of the meal. With the right knowledge, you can trust your frozen seafood just as much as your fresh options. Have you ever made any of these mistakes when cooking frozen fish? Share your experiences in the comments. If you found this video helpful, type yes in the comments box below. Subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and turn on all the notifications so you never miss another life-saving video. If you enjoy this video, you're going to love those ones about seafood safety. Make sure to check them out. Thanks for watching. See you next video.